there was a school that was within our zone, not my area, but we were able to go as a whole zone to go help paint this entire school. And it was just in the one day. I mean, it wasn't just the missionaries. They had a bunch of other local people there too. But it was all members. And we painted the entire school, both inside and out, every single room, all in one Saturday. And it was a pretty awesome event to see hundreds of people get there. But the missionaries were the majority of them. And it was interesting because it was just before the election time of that area. In fact, actually, it was for all of Buenos Aires. And because we were still part of that area, the school district was all part of a large district of Buenos Aires. And so there actually was a man that was running for being head of the school district. And so he actually came to come meet everyone and kind of made it a political event where it was, him supporting all of us doing this. And so I actually got to do an interview with the news there for it. And it was actually in their newspapers, I found out later, when members showed us the news clippings, but was in there with pictures with him. And so it was kind of cool. And it turned out then that the next year I did another similar kind of thing at another school, but just kind of helping clean up the outside of it instead, lawn or grass and weeds and all that kind of thing. And he was actually there again. So I again got to take pictures with him for this whole, both for totally, what's the word, like the publicity campaign kind of thing. But it was kind of cool. But the events themselves were really fun. Just to be able to actually see the schools that these kids were learning in, and to see their circumstances, and to really see that the schools, at least from, it just kind of brought everything back home where they weren't that different from us. In some ways they were, but the schools were very similar to the schools I grew up in and whatnot. So it was just interesting to relate to the people a lot more than we did just walking the streets.